Girl, you have a mimic. Time to cleanse your house, babe. Did it come back? Has it come back?
Something really weird and scary happened to me last night, and I don't even know what to think of it, but I'm just gonna tell you. My husband left to go play bingo, so I was just in our bedroom watching a TV show. All of the dogs were scattered on the bed and on the floor, and I was just kind of waiting for him to get home. It was around 9:30-ish when the dogs started like freaking out, acting like he was home. There's like a specific way my dogs act whenever they hear the garage door open, and that's how they were acting. So I initially was like, okay, so he's home. And whenever that happens, he usually comes like straight from the garage to the bedroom to let the dogs out and say hi to me. Well, I was sitting there waiting and waiting, and the dogs are still freaking out, and I'm like, okay, is he not gonna come to the door? I'm thinking like maybe his friend is still with him, maybe they're chatting, I don't know. I eventually get up and I just let the dogs go, and I just lay back down. After a while, I'm noticing the dogs are still freaking out, and I'm still not hearing my husband moving around or talking or anything. I decided to just go out into the living room area and see if he's here. I look around, nobody's home, all the lights are still off. So then I started thinking, okay, maybe he got here and he's like chatting with his friend on the driveway or something. So I call him, he doesn't answer. Then I just go ahead and see if his vehicle is here. It's not. I'm thinking, okay, that was weird, but maybe like the dogs heard something across the street or whatever. So I just gather them all up and I go back to our bedroom with all of the dogs in tow. Maybe 10 minutes after all of that happened, the dogs had finally like settled down a little bit. They start freaking out again. They start acting like he's home, barking and whining and wanting to go back out to the living room to greet him. I'm thinking, okay, I'm just gonna sit here and wait because now for sure he's got to be home. Again, I'm waiting and he doesn't come to the door. So I get up again and I'm kind of like, what the hell is going on? I open the door, the dogs like run out of the bedroom and they're barking and they're all excited and they go straight to the garage door. Nobody's there. Again, the same thing happened again. Gather them all up, go back into the room, and as soon as I close the door and I'm laying back down, I hear in my husband's voice, it sounded like my husband, but like a little bit off. He goes, Paisley, which is my dog's name. And multiple things are weird about that. He never does that. He'll never like yell for the dogs knowing that the door is closed. And he definitely like wouldn't yell for Paisley of all of our dogs. Like she's our oldest dog. Like usually our youngest dogs get like the most excited to see him. So if he was going to yell one of the dogs' names, it would be Rue or Penny or Cricket or whatever. So I'm thinking like, okay, maybe he had like a few drinks or something. I get up and I'm like peeking out the door. Nobody is there. Nobody is there again. And I'm like, I know I heard that. I for sure heard his voice yell specifically our dog's name. So he finally calls me back and he's like, hey babe, just letting you know that I'm on my way home. And I'm like, so you haven't been at the house at all? You're like not in the driveway? He's like, no, I still have like 10 more minutes till I get home. And so then I tell him everything that just happened and he was like, that is so weird. Like, so I don't know what that is. I don't know what that could have been, but I'm not crazy. Well, I'm a little, but not that kind of crazy. Honestly, like I know I'm like laughing and kind of being jokey about it, but last night I was terrified. And I'm very skeptical of stuff like that, and I usually have like this ability to kind of like maintain control, rationalize certain things, but the fact that I heard it loud and clear and the dogs were reacting to it, it's just, I don't know how to explain that.